The removal of age limits has brought all kinds of stories and jokes in this country, and this may be one of the finest among them all. That you know, you don't have to consider your age because we don't have no age limits in this country. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking, I saw our newest guest on the, pull out a yellow book, you know what I'm saying, a yellow book, and he was making notes. And I was wondering, what is on his mind? Come and talk to us, Major Awich. Come and talk to us about one, being here, but also I would like to hear your thoughts on what Dr. Frank Nabwisa was saying. And then you can also have just chat with us briefly about today's launch of the Kanyeihamba Foundation. Major Awich Pollar from the NRM. Give me a warmer hand clap than that.
Thank you so much, Dempsey. I'm not so, I came late, so I can't follow the protocol well, but I realize the doctor was just spoken, Honorable Dr. Matembe, my colleague up there, Dr. Stephen, invited guest, colleagues. My name is Major Retired Awich Pollar. I'm a lawyer, I'm an advocate, practicing lawyer. I'm a retired major, but I'm currently serving as the Director for External Affairs in the mighty NRM. Yes, I came here to join colleagues in this launch because of the special nature of this citizen called Professor Kanyeihamba. If Uganda was a house constructed of bricks, I am sure Professor Kanyehamba's bricks that he brought on board for the construction of that house can be quantifiable. You can go and look at that house called Uganda, and you will really know that from these bricks to this side, and which brought it up, possibly up to rim level, you will see that this is Professor Kanyehamba's bricks. And therefore, all of us are expected to act in good faith and put on bricks in that house called Uganda. Now, I heard the doctor talk about the school days in their school, and therefore I would also want to bring my introduction to that element, because I went to a school which links me greatly to Honorable Miriam Matembe. I went to Ntare School, and fortunately or unfortunately, many of you don't know Matembe. You only know Miria. But there's somebody called Kamyeihamba Matembe, who is an old boy of Ntare School. We found his legacy there. A chemist. So Kamyeihamba, you people only know the wife Miria, but there's some great man called Kamyeihamba Matembe, the husband. He went to Ntare School. I also went to school together with the children of Kamyeihamba and Miria. One was in my class. Yes, I was older than them, though. Godwin, the one in London now. I was slightly older than them by some years because we had had dead years in NRA fighting. We are part of the Army Kadogos. So by the time we resumed school, we are slightly older than our friends. But we are with them. Me by senior 1, I was second lieutenant. Senior 5, when I was with your son, I was a lieutenant. I became a captain in Makere Law School. So you can see I have so many connections with Miria through school. But I just like to assure Dr. Kibedi that like you had those attributes in Mwire, we had them in Ntare. And I can say, I think even the older ones, the Nekemia, President Museveni, and the Katagaya, they also had such good attributes from the school. Now, about Professor Kanyeihamba, I think we can say so much. But one thing I know is it was brutally honest. One time we were in KIU for a graduation function, and I used to attend I was just pausing for Honorable Mao to settle, to greet his colleagues. I was talking about the honesty of Professor Kanyeihamba. I used to be invited to attend graduations in KIU, and he was the chancellor. So in a year before the function, he had said that because Basaja Balaba works, so he shouldn't be called Basaja Balaba, meaning the men just see. It should be called Basaja Bakwala. Now, the next year, Professor Kabwejere used the same term, that should be the case. But Kanyeihamba brutally shot up and said, you man, you should always give credit where it is due. I'm the one who coined that, so you always quote me. Quote me that Professor Kanyeihamba said. You just come up, don't say as if it is yours. So he cut Professor Kabwejere there, and then he said, I'm the one who coined that. So when you are quoting it, please cite me that as said by Professor Kanyeihamba. And therefore, I also have no doubt that in the time that Professor Kanyeihamba served with President Museveni, including as Attorney General, I believe at that time, Uganda had one of the best legal advice from an Attorney General. You have seen that debates have been raging back and forth whether some Attorney Generals give genuinely objective legal advice. I think a point in contention was when an Attorney General advised in the case during the nomination of Kizza Besigye, whether or not it was because he was detained, whether he could be nominated. And the legal opinion was subject to a lot of public debate. But I believe that in the days when Kanyeihamba was Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs or Attorney General, he believed, I wish I could be privy and do some research on the pieces of legal advice, because some legal advice from Attorney General must be painfully honest. And therefore I call upon the youth that can we try, even if by some little degree, to attain that uprightness, that degree of honesty. Because it is only through that degree of honesty that at the end of the day, you'll be counted to see how many bricks you have put in the construction of that house, Uganda. Personally, I hope I will try. I thank you.
Major Awich Pollar from the NRM Direct, and he said the mighty NRM. And I watched him look at Dr. Matembe to see her reaction, and Dr. Matembe didn't seem to react, which also is also a reaction, but we shall discuss that over coffee. I was waiting to see what she would say. But as he was speaking, of course, then for me, I still call him my head prefect, because he was our head prefect at Namilengo College. A warm hand clap for Honorable Norbert Mao.